Incredible Christmas Adventure of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Once upon a time, in the heart of the most magical season of all, Mickey and Minnie Mouse were busy decorating their cozy little house in the magical town of Toonville. The air was filled with the scent of gingerbread and the sound of carolers singing their favorite Christmas tunes. One chilly morning, as the snowflakes danced in the wind, Mickey and Minnie received a mysterious letter. It was written in golden ink and sealed with a sparkling red wax stamp that read, "From the North Pole." "Wow, Mickey, it's from Santa!" Minnie exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. Mickey carefully opened the letter and read it aloud. "Dear Mickey and Minnie, I need your help. My sleigh has broken down and Christmas is in danger. I need you to find the golden bell, the magical key to fixing my sleigh. Without it, Christmas will be canceled. Please hurry. Love, Santa." Mickey's eyes sparkled with determination. "We can't let Christmas be canceled, Minnie. We have to find the golden bell." Minnie nodded eagerly. "Let's go, Mickey. But first, we need some help." They quickly gathered their friends, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, and Daisy Duck. Together, they formed the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team. The quest begins. The team set off on their adventure, following a map that Santa had included with the letter. Their first stop was the Enchanted Forest, where the trees were made of candy canes and the air was filled with the sweet scent of peppermint. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered a friendly elf named Trixie. "Hi, Mickey and Minnie. I heard you're looking for the golden bell." "I can help you, but first, you have to solve my riddle," Trixie said with a twinkle in her eye. Mickey and Minnie looked at each other and nodded. "We're ready, Trixie," they chimed. Trixie recited the riddle. "I'm not a bird, but I can fly. I'm not a tree, but I grow high. I light up the sky, bright and clear. What am I?" Minnie clapped her hands. "A star! It's a star!" she exclaimed. Trixie laughed and clapped her hands. "Correct! Here's a clue. The golden bell is hidden where the stars touch the earth. A starry surprise." The team thanked Trixie and continued their journey, following the clue. They soon arrived at the Starry Hill, a magical place where the stars seemed to touch the ground. The hill was covered in snow and twinkling with starlight. As they searched, Pluto suddenly barked excitedly and ran towards a shimmering object. It was the golden bell, nestled in a bed of snow. "We found it!" Minnie cheered, picking up the bell. But just as they were celebrating, a mischievous raccoon named Rocky appeared. "Hey, that's mine!" he squeaked, trying to snatch the bell. Donald quacked angrily and chased after Rocky, while Goofy tried to help but ended up slipping and sliding in the snow. Daisy and Minnie giggled, watching the comical chase. Finally, Mickey had an idea. He took out a small bag of acorns from his pocket and offered them to Rocky. "How about a trade?" he suggested. Rocky's eyes lit up, and he quickly agreed. "Deal!" he chirped, taking the acorns and scampering away. The joy of Christmas. With the golden bell safely in their hands, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team hurried back to Santa's workshop. They found Santa in his sleigh, looking worried. "You found it!" Santa exclaimed, relief washing over his face. "Thank you, my dear friends." Mickey handed Santa the golden bell, and Santa placed it on his sleigh. With a magical jingle, the sleigh roared to life, ready for its journey around the world. "Thank you, Mickey, Minnie, and all of you," Santa said with a warm smile. "Now, let's make sure Christmas is the best one yet." As Santa's sleigh soared into the sky, the team waved goodbye, their hearts filled with joy and the spirit of Christmas. And so, thanks to Mickey and Minnie and their friends, Christmas was saved, and the world was filled with laughter, love, and the magic of the season. After Santa's sleigh disappeared into the starry night sky, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team stood together, their breath visible in the chilly air. The excitement of their successful mission still buzzed in the air, but there was something else, a sense of wonder and anticipation for what was to come. Minnie turned to her friends, her eyes sparkling with joy. "We did it, everyone! We saved Christmas!" she exclaimed, giving Mickey a warm hug. Donald quacked happily, and Goofy let out a cheerful laugh. "Yeah, we sure did, Minnie, and it was fun too," Goofy said, giving Pluto a playful pat on the head. Daisy smiled, looking around at her friends. I think we deserve a little celebration, don't you? Mickey nodded in agreement. Absolutely. But first, I have an idea. Why don't we go back to Toonville and throw a Christmas party for everyone? We can invite all our friends and celebrate the holiday together. The team cheered at the suggestion. They all loved the idea of a big, festive gathering to cap off their adventure. As they made their way back to Toonville, the town was already bustling with holiday cheer. The streets were lined with twinkling lights, and the air was filled with the sound of carolers and the delicious aroma of freshly baked cookies. Mickey and Minnie led their friends to the town square, where they began to set up for the party. Goofy and Donald decorated a large Christmas tree with colorful ornaments and tinsel, while Daisy and Minnie arranged a table filled with holiday treats, gingerbread cookies, candy canes, and hot chocolate with marshmallows. Pluto, meanwhile, was busy playing with a group of children who had gathered around, their eyes wide with excitement as they watched the preparations. As the sun began to set, the town square transformed into a winter wonderland. The Christmas tree stood tall and bright, and the sound of laughter and music filled the air. Mickey climbed onto a small stage and addressed the crowd. Thank you all for coming. We wanted to celebrate not just the holiday season, but the spirit of friendship and teamwork that helped us save Christmas. The crowd erupted in applause, and Minnie joined Mickey on stage. We couldn't have done it without all of you, she said, her voice full of warmth and gratitude. So let's have a wonderful night together. The party kicked off with a joyful sing-along of Christmas carols. Everyone joined in, their voices blending in harmony as they sang classic tunes like Jingle Bells and Deck the Halls. As the night went on, the friends shared stories of their recent adventure. Goofy recounted their encounter with Trixie the elf, mimicking her riddle with exaggerated gestures that made everyone laugh. Donald recounted his chase after Rocky the raccoon, quacking animatedly as he described the comical pursuit. Minnie and Daisy shared their favorite moments, both agreeing that the best part was seeing the joy on Santa's face when they returned the golden bell. As the evening wore on, the sky was filled with a dazzling display of fireworks, lighting up the night with bursts of color and light. The townspeople oohed and ahed, their faces illuminated by the vibrant spectacle. Finally, as the clock struck midnight, Mickey and Minnie gathered their friends for one last moment together. They stood beneath the glowing Christmas tree, their hearts full of gratitude and happiness. Mickey raised his glass in a toast, to friendship, to teamwork, and to the magic of Christmas. Everyone cheered and clinked their glasses together, the sound echoing through the town square. Minnie smiled, looking around at her friends. I can't think of a better way to celebrate the holiday season, she said softly. And with that, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team enjoyed the rest of the night, surrounded by the warmth of friendship and the magic of Christmas. The night was filled with laughter, music, and the joyful sounds of the holiday season. As the clock ticked past midnight, the townspeople of Toonville began to slowly make their way home, their hearts full of the warmth and magic of Christmas. The town square, once bustling with activity, gradually quieted down, leaving only the soft glow of the Christmas tree lights and the gentle flicker of the remaining lanterns. Mickey and Minnie stood together, arm in arm, watching as their friends and neighbors departed. The crisp night air was filled with the scent of pine and the distant sound of sleigh bells, a reminder of the adventure they had just shared. Mickey, Minnie said softly, do you think we'll ever have an adventure like that again? Mickey chuckled, giving her a reassuring squeeze. Oh, Minnie, with you by my side, I have a feeling there will be many more adventures to come. But for now, let's just enjoy the peace and quiet of Christmas morning. Minnie smiled, her eyes twinkling like the stars above. You're right, Mickey, but I do hope we get to see Santa again soon. I want to thank him for trusting us with such an important task. As if on cue, a soft jingling sound echoed through the air. Mickey and Minnie turned to see a familiar sleigh, pulled by 8 tiny reindeer, gliding gracefully toward them. It was Santa Claus, his rosy cheeks and warm smile bringing an instant feeling of comfort and joy. Well, if it isn't my 2 favorite heroes, Santa exclaimed, his voice booming with cheer. I just had to come back and thank you both for everything you did. Mickey and Minnie beamed with pride. It was our pleasure, Santa, Mickey replied. We're just glad we could help. Santa chuckled, his eyes twinkling with gratitude. You did more than help, my friends. You saved Christmas. And I wanted to give you a little something special as a token of my appreciation. With a flourish, Santa reached into his bag and pulled out two beautifully wrapped gifts. He handed one to Mickey and the other to Minnie. "Go on, open them," Santa encouraged, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Mickey and Minnie eagerly unwrapped their gifts. Inside, Mickey found a shiny new pair of gloves, perfect for keeping his hands warm during future adventures. Minnie's gift was a lovely new scarf, soft and warm, with a pattern of tiny snowflakes. "Thank you, Santa," Minnie exclaimed, wrapping the scarf around her neck. "It's beautiful!" Mickey nodded in agreement, admiring his new gloves. "Yes, thank you, Santa. These are perfect." Santa smiled, his eyes filled with warmth. "I'm glad you like them. And remember, Mickey and Minnie, the spirit of Christmas is not just about gifts and decorations. It's about love, kindness, and the joy of giving. You've shown that in everything you've done." Minnie nodded, her heart full of gratitude. "We learned a lot on this adventure, Santa, and we'll always cherish the memories." Santa chuckled, giving them both a warm hug. "Well, my work here is done. I have to get back to the North Pole, but I'll never forget what you both did for Christmas." With a final wave, Santa climbed back into his sleigh. The reindeer took off, pulling the sleigh into the night sky, leaving a trail of sparkling stardust in their wake. Mickey and Minnie watched as the sleigh disappeared into the distance, their hearts filled with a sense of wonder and contentment. As they turned to head home, Minnie slipped her arm through Mickey's. "You know, Mickey, I think this has been the best Christmas ever." Mickey smiled, giving her a gentle squeeze. "I couldn't agree more, Minnie. And who knows, maybe next year we'll have another adventure." Minnie laughed, her eyes shining with excitement. "I hope so, Mickey. But for now, let's just enjoy the magic of this Christmas morning." And with that, the two friends walked home together, their hearts full of the joy and wonder of the holiday season. As Mickey and Minnie made their way back to their cozy little house, the first light of dawn began to peek over the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the snow-covered town of Toonville. The streets were quiet, save for the occasional chirp of a bird and the soft rustle of the wind through the bare branches of the trees. Minnie looked up at the sky, where the last few stars were still twinkling. "You know, Mickey," she said thoughtfully, "I think this Christmas has been the most special one yet." Mickey nodded, his eyes reflecting the soft morning light. "It sure has, Minnie. We not only saved Christmas, but we also learned a lot about ourselves and our friends." Minnie smiled, her heart full of warmth. "And we got to see Santa again. I still can't believe it." As they approached their house, they noticed something unusual. The front door was slightly ajar, and a soft golden light was spilling out onto the snow-covered path. "That's odd," Mickey said, furrowing his brow. "I thought we locked the door before we left." Minnie giggled, giving him a playful nudge. "Maybe it's just the magic of Christmas, Mickey. Let's go see." They pushed the door open and stepped inside, their eyes widening in surprise. The entire house was filled with a warm golden glow, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of cinnamon and nutmeg. The fireplace crackled merrily, and the Christmas tree in the corner was adorned with new, shimmering ornaments that they had never seen before. "Wow, look at this place!" Mickey exclaimed, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's like a winter wonderland." Minnie gasped as she noticed something else. On the coffee table, there was a beautifully wrapped gift with a tag that read, "To Mickey and Minnie, with love from Santa." Minnie picked up the gift, her hands trembling with excitement. "Mickey, look! Santa left us another present!" They sat down on the couch, and Mickey carefully unwrapped the gift. Inside, they found a small, intricately carved wooden box. Mickey opened the box to reveal a collection of tiny, magical snow globes, each one depicting a different scene from their recent adventure. One snow globe showed the enchanted forest, with Trixie the elf waving from the candy cane trees. Another depicted the starry hill, the golden bell shining brightly in the center. There was even a snow globe of the Toonville Christmas party, with all their friends gathered around the tree, their faces filled with joy. Mickey and Minnie watched in awe as the snowflakes inside the globes danced and swirled, the scenes coming to life before their eyes. "These are incredible," Minnie exclaimed, her eyes shining with delight. "Santa must have known how much we loved our adventure." Mickey nodded, a smile spreading across his face. "He really is the best, isn't he?" As they admired the snow globes, they heard a soft knock at the door. Mickey and Minnie exchanged a curious glance and went to answer it. Standing on their doorstep was Goofy, Donald, Daisy, and Pluto, all bundled up in their winter clothes. Goofy was holding a large, steaming pot, and Donald had a tray of freshly baked cookies. "We thought you might like some breakfast," Daisy said with a smile, holding up a basket filled with warm muffins. Mickey and Minnie laughed, their hearts full of joy. "Come on in, everyone," Minnie exclaimed, stepping aside to let their friends in. As they gathered around the fireplace, sharing stories and laughter, Mickey and Minnie realized that the true magic of Christmas wasn't just in the gifts or the decorations. It was in the love and friendship they shared with their friends and family. As the morning sun rose higher in the sky, casting a warm glow over the town of Toonville, Mickey and Minnie knew that this Christmas would be a cherished memory, one that they would carry with them for years to come. And so, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team spent the rest of the day together, enjoying each other's company and the simple joys of the holiday season. They played games, sang songs, and shared stories, their hearts full of gratitude and happiness. The cozy warmth of the fireplace and the laughter of friends filled Mickey and Minnie's home as the morning unfolded into a perfect Christmas day. The snow continued to fall gently outside, blanketing Toonville in a serene, white wonderland. Inside, the aroma of hot cocoa and freshly baked treats mingled with the scent of pine from the Christmas tree, creating an atmosphere of pure holiday bliss. As the group settled around the living room, Goofy, with his usual enthusiasm, began recounting their recent escapade. "Boy, oh boy, that was some adventure, wasn't it?" he said, his eyes wide with excitement. "Who would have thought we'd get to meet Trixie the elf and solve her riddle?" Donald, still nibbling on a cookie, quacked in agreement. "And chasing that raccoon, Rocky? I still can't believe he tried to take the golden bell from us." Daisy laughed, shaking her head. "You were quite the hero, Donald. Though I think Pluto deserves a medal for finding the bell in the first place." Pluto barked happily, wagging his tail as if he understood every word. Minnie reached over to give him a gentle pat. "Yes, Pluto, you were amazing. We couldn't have done it without you." As the stories continued, Mickey noticed something outside the window. A gentle flurry of snowflakes was swirling in the air, but something else caught his eye, a small, shimmering figure darting between the snowflakes. It was Trixie the elf. Mickey nudged Minnie and pointed outside. "Look, Minnie, it's Trixie!" Minnie gasped, her eyes lighting up with delight. "It is! Oh, Mickey, she must have come to visit us!" The group rushed to the door and stepped outside, the cold air nipping at their cheeks. Trixie waved at them, her wings fluttering as she flew closer. "Hello, everyone!" Trixie called out, her voice as cheerful as ever. "I just had to come and thank you all for your help. Santa told me all about your adventure, and I wanted to give you a special surprise." With a twinkle in her eye, Trixie waved her wand, and a shower of sparkling fairy dust filled the air. As the dust settled, the friends found themselves standing in a magical winter wonderland, unlike anything they had ever seen before. The trees were adorned with glittering icicles that sparkled in the sunlight, and the ground was covered in a soft, powdery snow that seemed to glow with an inner light. In the distance, they could see a magnificent ice castle, its towers reaching up to the sky. "Welcome to the enchanted winter wonderland," Trixie announced, her voice filled with pride. "I created this place just for you as a token of my gratitude." Mickey and Minnie exchanged amazed glances, their hearts filled with wonder. "This is incredible, Trixie," Minnie exclaimed. "Thank you so much." Trixie smiled, her eyes twinkling. "You're welcome. Now, go on and explore. There are all sorts of magical surprises waiting for you." The friends spent the rest of the day exploring the enchanted winter wonderland. They rode on magical ice slides, played with friendly snow creatures, and marveled at the beauty of the ice castle. Trixie showed them hidden nooks and crannies filled with sparkling treasures and enchanted objects. As the sun began to set, casting a warm, golden glow over the winter landscape, the friends gathered around a cozy fire pit. Trixie had prepared a feast of hot cocoa, roasted marshmallows, and gingerbread cookies, and they all sat together, enjoying the fruits of their adventure. Mickey looked around at his friends, his heart full of gratitude. "You know, I think this has been the best Christmas ever," he said, his voice filled with warmth. Minnie nodded, her eyes shining with happiness. "It really has, Mickey, and it's all thanks to our amazing friends and the magic of Christmas." As they sat together, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky, Trixie raised her cup in a toast. "To friendship, to adventure, and to the magic of Christmas," she exclaimed. The friends clinked their cups together, their hearts filled with joy and contentment. They knew that this Christmas would be a cherished memory, one that they would carry with them for years to come. And so, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team spent the rest of the evening together, enjoying the magic and wonder of the holiday season. They laughed, they played, and they celebrated the true spirit of Christmas love, friendship, and the joy of giving. As the night deepened and the stars shone brightly over the enchanted winter wonderland, the warmth of the fire and the camaraderie of friends wrapped everyone in a cozy embrace. The magical atmosphere seemed to glow even brighter, as if the very air was alive with the spirit of Christmas. Trixie, the elf, watched her new friends with a contented smile. "You know," she said, her voice gentle and thoughtful, "Christmas magic isn't just about the wonders we see. It's about the love and kindness we share with each other." Mickey nodded, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "You're right, Trixie. This adventure has shown us that the best gifts aren't things you can wrap, they're the moments we spend with the people we care about." Minnie, sitting beside him, leaned her head on his shoulder. "And it's about helping others, even when it's unexpected." She added, "I think that's what Santa really wanted us to learn." Goofy, who had been quietly munching on a gingerbread cookie, suddenly perked up. "Hey, you know what? We should make this a tradition. Every year, we can go on a new Christmas adventure." Donald's eyes widened with excitement. "We could travel to different places, meet new friends, and help out wherever we can." Daisy smiled, liking the idea. "And we can always come back here, to our own little winter wonderland." Pluto barked in agreement, wagging his tail enthusiastically. Mickey and Minnie exchanged a glance, their eyes sparkling with the same excitement. "That sounds perfect," Mickey said. "A new adventure every year with our best friends." Trixie clapped her hands in delight. "I love it, and I'll be here to help whenever you need me. After all, Christmas magic is all about creating new memories and spreading joy." As the conversation continued, the friends began to plan their next adventure. They talked about visiting the North Pole again, perhaps to help Santa with his toy making, or exploring the snowy peaks of the Enchanted Mountains, where they might meet new magical creatures. The night wore on, and the fire crackled softly, casting a warm glow over the group. The stars twinkled above, and the gentle sound of snowflakes falling added a peaceful ambiance to the evening. Finally, as the clock ticked closer to midnight, Trixie stood up, her wings fluttering gently. "It's time for me to go," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "But I'll always be here in spirit, and I'll see you again soon." Mickey and Minnie stood up as well, giving Trixie a heartfelt hug. "Thank you for everything, Trixie," Minnie said, her voice soft. "This has been the most magical Christmas ever." Trixie smiled, her eyes twinkling. "The magic was all of you. Remember, the true spirit of Christmas is in your hearts, and it travels with you wherever you go." With a final wave, Trixie disappeared into the night, leaving behind a trail of sparkling fairy dust that danced in the air like tiny stars. The friends watched her go, their hearts full of gratitude and happiness. They knew that this Christmas had been truly special, not just because of the magical places they had visited or the adventures they had shared, but because of the love and friendship they had found along the way. As they gathered around the fire once more, Mickey raised his cup in a toast. To new adventures, to friendship, and to the magic of Christmas. The friends clinked their cups together, their laughter echoing through the winter night. They knew that no matter where their future adventures took them, they would always carry the spirit of Christmas with them. And so, the Toonville Christmas Rescue Team spent the rest of the evening in joyful companionship, their hearts aglow with the warmth of the holiday season. They talked, they laughed, and they dreamed of the adventures yet to come.